Hi, I'm Angie Holland, and I was raised by the Vallejo family. My stepdad is Art Vallejo. He goes to church every Sunday. Last 5 years, he's been, being the sad widower and, being so loving. And he used to be loving to me in phases. As a child, everything I did was wrong. If I was standing there, she's just standing there. If I was sitting down, she's just sitting down. If I did the dishes, she did the dishes, but she didn't do the bathroom. And it went on and on for years to the point till I ran away when I was 16. At 18, I was married. I moved to California, came back. Me and my mom never got along, but my mom saw her dad kill her mother at the age of 15. She came to the United States. She became a citizen when Bush did the amnesty thing. She learned English. She's just was an amazing woman. Now, as soon as my mom died, my dad asked me, and he used to always be very loving to me. He always introduced me as his daughter. But since my mom died, he takes my brother Patrick on cruises and the girlfriend on cruises. Everybody goes on cruises, but I don't get 5 cents, anything. After COVID, I asked if I could stay here. He said no. 2 weeks later, my brother was here, and he has his own house. But because him and his wife were having problems, he didn't need to help me. And since I had a boyfriend, my boyfriend was in charge of me, not him. So I wasn't asking for anything but a leg up. And at the time I had money, and had he allowed me to stay here for a couple of weeks, we got good jobs, everything. But here in El Paso, the jobs don't last. And so for 5 years, I've been up, I've been down, I've been up, I've been down. Well, we were going to move to Midland. My grandson is there. And on the 29th, 2025, April, I drove to Sunland and I got a cart so that I could, I was really nervous about the long drive, so I wanted to go to sleep. And on my way there, the guy left to me, realized, at least that's what the police report, saw that he didn't have any gas. He didn't look to his left. There were cars everywhere, and he flipped a bitch right into me. He pushed me into almost oncoming traffic. Oh, no, he pushed me in that direction, but my wheel broke off where he hit me, and that's the only thing that stopped me from getting hit head on by about 6 cars. So I freaked out. The next morning, my dad said, "You were leaving today. Why aren't you gone?" Not 12 hours after the accident. The car was 70% total, and that I didn't break or have any internal bleeding was a sheer miracle. And I told my dad that was divine intervention. For some reason, I guess I wasn't supposed to go to Midland, but I've been in therapy. I got a note from my doctor that said I could not work until I got over the social anxiety. I had a nervous breakdown at Genoa Pharmacy in October because the pharmacist was making fun of me, and my dad saw it. So since then, my dad has, every day I say, "I love you," or how was your day? You've been here 200 days. You were only supposed to be here 30. I said, "I know, Dad, but I did not count on somebody not paying attention. I'm 55 years old and never had a major accident, never caused one. I had caused a fender bender, but that's because I had torn my ACL. And it took me a while to get that fixed. And it never really got fixed. I just built the muscle around it so that I could walk. The bone still moves. I have arthritis throughout my body. I got my Social Security denied, but I'm on appeal, and I asked him to give me 40 more days. So instead, he served me with an eviction notice telling me that this is Patrick's house. Patrick has a house, but for some reason, I'm not allowed to stay in the spare room. 3 weeks before he did this to pick a fight and kick me out and everything, I told him he never adopted me, and from the rules I had read that the deceased's belongings are divided among, but when there's a stepchild that wasn't adopted by the stepfather, that her part of the will goes to her heir, and the ones who have my dad's last name, it goes to him. Well, he doesn't even want to give it to his son Adrian. He just wants to give it to Patrick, and only Patrick, who already has a house. Now, before all this started, Patrick told me, help me convince Dad to moving in with me because he's going kind of senile. He pees on the floor, he poops on the seat, he forgets where he's going, he walks real slow, and in the morning he drives straight to my brother's house. They spend all day together and he drives straight back. Now, there's 2 houses in this household name, but because he wasn't adopted, my brother Patrick, who's my half-brother, doesn't see me as a sister and sees me as a bum. I was in a car accident and I live with CPTSD, PTSD, ADD, arthritis, and complete mental problems from harm caused by them. I was 6 when I heard my dad promise my Uncle Rene that I would never be accepted as family and he would never treat me like a daughter. And now they want me kicked out, even though my therapy isn't quite done. My therapist, Sarah Flowers, asked me to just take it slow and try to find a job and see if I can do it. I've been trying online. I've been trying everything. I did a GoFundMe. Nobody wants to help me. I have cousins who don't see me as cousins. Tony, Yvette, Yvonne, Christina, you name it, they don't see. Another Yvonne. I'm not family. You see, I don't have their DNA. I've just been in their family for 55 years and love them more than anything. But I think my dad is disappointed I didn't die in that accident, because then he could be rid of me and he could get the sympathy that he's always wanted and gets. He thrives on it. He's a complete narcissist that does not give a shit about me. He hates me and I don't know why. I love him.